Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Jonesy Amanda. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Jonesy Amanda. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Onto the cutting room floor. What have we got today?
Have you heard of the football team, soccer team as we would call it, Nottingham Forest?
No.
No, and that's because they're not big high achievers. They're sort of middle of the rankings, I guess. They're not big stars. They're known as the low budget overachievers. They try and do their best, but they're not the best paid stars. They're not up there with all the great soccer stars. So there's a pub in UK that thought it was pretty safe to give away a free pint for every goal that they scored against Brighton over the weekend, because Nottingham Forest were not expected to beat Brighton.
Right.
So anyway, what happened is they went on to score 7 goals and the poor old pub had to give away 300 beers.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, the promotion backfired. They scored 7 goals, forcing the family-run business to give away, as I said, 300 pints.
Wow.
It worked out that patrons were able to get a fresh pint every 13 minutes.
Oh, that is terrible.
The landlady has said, I was upstairs feeding my baby when I heard the first goal go in, then the second quickly afterwards. I'd just come downstairs when the third went in. I thought, God, here we go. When the final whistle went, I said, phew.
Thank the Lord. She would have had to break it out the breast for the rest of the punters.
Open your mouths. I'll stand behind the bar. Everyone gets a squirt.
Oh, that happens, though. Has that ever had anything like that?
No, how about you?
Well, a friend of mine, she ran a local footy side, and they used to have a man of the match prize and entitled you to some Guzman. Anyway, they gave her all these vouchers, and she didn't think much of it. And then when the year finished from the football, there was like a bunch of vouchers left. So she'd just give them to her kids. She's going, just take them. She thought that they would use them responsibly.
Oh, what happened?
So much so that the guy from Guzman rang up and said, you're going to send me broke. Oh. The kids are always coming up. It's not even football season. It's summer.
Oh.
These kids are coming up with Guzman vouchers.
Yeah.
You're not using it responsibly.
Well, remember that.
And Guzman's is $1 billion empire.
Remember that radio competition where the guy thought he'd try and save the company from having to give out money? The birthday wheel.
That was a guy here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
many years ago. And he was trying to do the right thing because you can't rig this stuff.
Yep. So the wheel on the wheel, it had so your birth year and then the month. So you would say, okay, for argument's sake, you're born February 25, 1962.
Yeah. And
okay.
I'd say
so you ring up.
I'd ring up.
Yep. And I'd say, okay, Amanda, when were you right? So we've
1862.
So we've got to spin the wheel, and if it lands on February, you get some money, right?
Yeah.
So spin the wheel, and you get like say $1,000.
Right.
Were you born in February? Yes, I was. Okay. Now we're playing for $10,000.
And if the date is right?
Yeah. And so spins it up.
25th of Feb.
And no, the year.
Okay, so the date didn't matter.
The date didn't matter. That was just how you got the person on.
Okay.
Then you spin the wheel.
Right.
It lands on February. You get $1,000.
Right.
Spin it again. If it goes on your birth year,
you get $10,000.
$10,000.
Wow.
So this guy is sitting there, and he's one of those old school. Hey, radio announcer. Yeah, let's play Quinn the Eskimo. Anyway, so he shat his pants. He's thinking,
is that the prize?
It's like it's his money. It's not. If the radio station can't afford the competition, don't.
Having said that, we've all been in situations where money goes off and you get in trouble, and you go, "Well, are we having a competition or we're not?"
Exactly, and that's what I say to them. So he's spun the wheel, and he's looked at it, and it's landed on 1962, and he said, "This lady sounds older than 1962. I'm gonna change it to 1958. So he says, okay, Amanda of Amandatown, were you born on February 25, 1958?
And what were the chances?
It's landed on 1962. And she says, yes, I was. So it was.
He'd gone out of his way to save the company.
Yeah, and instead.
Torpedoed himself.
What a damn idiot.
What a damn idiot.
I mean, he doesn't work in the business anymore.
No, and there are so many.
Selling carpet tiles.
There are so many checks and balances these days. Remember when we used to have a radio competition and we'd get people our studios used to be next door to the Bible Society. We'd get them to come in and verify what we were doing. You have to legally check all this stuff so clearly now.
Oh, the amount of dodgy competitions I've been involved in. I remember one radio station I worked at, the manager rigged it so he would win the big screen TV.
You're joking.
Yeah. And he said to us, so he got caught. And one night, it's like Thursday night, and he called me into his office. I used to do the drive show. And he said, look, there's been a bit of a kerfuffle with the McDonald's secret code word TV. I went, oh, what? And then I'm instantly thinking it's something I've done wrong. You know, you haven't written down, because you'd have to answer the phone yourself and you'd write down the code number and the person's respective address. And there's a lot of mucking around. So I just, whatever. And so as it turned out, this is how he started the conversation. He said, last year's Christmas party was dreadful. And I said, oh, yeah, it wasn't that bad. And he goes, no, there was no beers and there was, no food. And he said, so what I thought I'd do was I'd rig the competition.
And then put that money back towards
towards you guys.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'd sell the big screen rear projection TV.
Yeah. Buy a big bag of cheesels.
The cheesels are on me. So at that point, I put my feet on his desk and lit up a cigarette.
Because you're just thinking, has he been caught? Has he been caught?
Well, mate, you've got yourself an interesting pickle. I was quite happy to keep it all on the down low, but the girls in the office hated him, so they ratted him out and got the sack.
Yeah.
And then I left the radio station anyway.
Is this man you?
No, goodness, no. I have never, in my life, been dodgy with a competition.
No, you can't afford to be.
We have to. I've known what the secret sound is. I've known what the mystery amount is. All those things.
But it's so much easier to tell people you don't, because you just don't want to be asked about it.
I do. I just say, I got no idea, as if they tell me.
Yeah.
And people, actually, they accept that.
They go, yeah, right, he's an idiot. You seen how big his TV is, though?
Okay, kids, that's it for today. Come back tomorrow for more Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.